Good evening. I'm Connie Lassandro. As the 2015 Benefit Co-Chairs, it's our privilege to formally welcome you to Erase Racism's annual benefit. This evening, our theme is Moving Forward Ahead, recognizing the many individuals in the past and today who do whatever they can to advance racial equity. We honor Peter Edelman with our Abraham Krasnoff Courage Commitment Award. We recognize 2 labor unions with our Labor Leadership Awards. If you wish to follow along with the program, there's cards on each of your tables. If I can pick it up, it's right here. If you do not have one of our lovely journals printed by D&B engineers, at the close of the program, you can pick one up at the exit, the ballroom.
Good evening, everybody. I see so many lovely faces, people I know, people I'm looking forward to knowing. I'm Deidra Parrish Williams, along with Connie Lassandro. I am the co-chair for this evening's event. Thrilled. I have a friend out there. Thrilled to see on Long Island such a beautifully mixed audience. This is a wonderful, all too rare gathering, and I would just like to thank and applaud the Erase Racism team for a wonderful job tonight. Now, if any of you know Elaine Gross, our fearless leader, she runs a very tight ship, so I am going to stick to my script and get to the business at hand. We want to thank our generous sponsors and supporters and the hardworking members of the Benefit Committee who brought this evening to fruition tonight. That includes dedicated members of the Board of Directors and the College of Advisors. All of their names can be found in the journals that you have. And we also want to give a special thanks to our devoted staff and volunteers. It was obviously a collective effort. Lots of hands on deck, late nights, people working up to the last minute today, just before you guys walked in. The names of the sponsors appear on the screens on both sides of the podium. We want to give special acknowledgement to our $25,000 Catalyst sponsor, Community Advocates. Please help us thank them. And as Connie reads the names of our 3 $10,000 leadership sponsors, please hold your applause until the end. Actually, I'm going to read them. Amy Hagedorn, Joan Salzman, and the Teamsters, Local 237. I'd also like to acknowledge the people whose names may not appear on screens, but individuals who wrote checks out of their own personal accounts, because those are certainly meaningful, obviously to them, but certainly to us. Those are people who share a real personal passion for the mission, and we are deeply appreciative of their support.
On our screen are the 5,000 Trailblazer sponsors. And again, please hold your applause until I read the names. 1199 SEIU UHE, Bank of America, Bethpage Federal Credit Union, Howard A. Glickstein, Islamic Center of Long Island, Paula and Bill Jennings, Long Island Contractors Association, North Shore LIJ Health System, Rizicki and Associates PC, and Jane and Marty Schwartz. Our 2,500 substantial sponsors are now scrolling on the screen. All of the sponsors and contributors are listed in our journal, and at the close of the program, the PowerPoint will resume with recognition of all our sponsors. And it's really been a pleasure to serve as co-chair of this event with Deidra, and I want to say a special thank you to Elaine Gross, the president of Erase Racism, and her wonderful, dedicated, committed small staff that really we wouldn't be here without them. They do so much to further racial equity, and we really can't thank her enough. She's been really a tremendous asset to our communities. And my personal gratitude to you, and thank you.
Thank you.
So Elaine asked me to say a couple of words about my relationship with racism, and I'm going rogue here because I'm totally off script, sorry, but it goes back many years. It is a deeply personal, at times, relationship I've had with racism, but in some, my connection to racism is a function of the state of Long Island, meaning that I'm involved with racism because Long Island needs racism, whether it knows it or not. We know, of course, that there are lots and lots of not-for-profits doing incredible, important work on Long Island. Some of them have higher profile. Some of them have easier missions to get your head around. I would argue, however, that none of them have a mission that is more vital. When you peel back the layers and understand how Long Island came to be the way it is today, its communities, its jurisdictions, and many of the things that stand in the way of growth on Long Island today are really rooted in issues of bias and racism. We've become so blind to it that we're really not even aware. That is why it's essential that erase racism be a part of the Long Island community, a part of the community that is embraced and wholly supported, so that we can continue to have conversations. Let's face it, race is a difficult topic for most people to have. It's not the sort of thing that we sit around talking about in mixed company, but it's certainly present. And I believe that we have to ensure that this conversation, that these issues continue to be front and center in Long Island so that we can truly, truly someday achieve racial equity on Long Island. I am proud to have been asked to co-chair this evening and thrilled to be a friend of Erase Racism. In that spirit, one of the things that separates more successful not-for-profits from others is the visibility that they get. And while Elaine and her very modest team do incredibly important, very heady work, they aren't in the forefront. They don't have the most visible profile. And I want to do a little something tonight to help that. Would each of you indulge me, please, and pull out whatever phone device you have, if you have one, please. Pull it out, you're allowed. There'll be no demerits, no penalties tonight for pulling out your cell phones. Please, please, please. Turn it on and turn it to the camera mode, okay? You don't have a camera mode? Okay, all right, I made an assumption. I apologize, I made an assumption that everybody had a camera mode. For those of you who do have a camera mode, and for those of you who have any form of social media, would you hold your phone up if you have a Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any kind of social media? Okay, so we must have about, I don't know, what is that, 50? Somebody said 100, that may be generous. But in any case, we have a good number of people, and for each of you, we multiply that by however many people are in your social network. What I want you to do right in this moment is take a picture. Doesn't matter to me what it is. It could be of this lovely panel, the person next to you. You can take a picture of yourself, Ellen DeGeneres style. But take a picture that you're comfortable sharing on social media. All right, make sure it's a good, clear picture. Good. All right, I see a lot of flashes. So, all right. So you're happy with your pictures? Everybody got it? Now on your tables, am I right? There's a card there's a card, and it should be here too. Somebody tell me where it is. Here it is. Okay, so you should see something like this on your table, right? Everybody should have this sheet on their table. Okay, now the reason I asked you to take the picture is because, as we know today, nothing exists unless it has a presence on social media. And we want to ask you all, friends of Erase Racism, to help elevate that profile, the visibility, the following of Erase Racism by sharing the picture you just took on as many social media networks as you have. Do all of them, and with it, use the hashtag that is on the piece of paper that's in front of you. Hashtag moving forward together. Hashtag erase racism. You may put whatever message you like with it. I am at the Erase Racism Gala. I love Long Island, that's why I support Erase Racism. Attach whatever you like, but use those hashtags. What we want to do, obviously, is turn up the volume on the work that Erase Racism is doing, the issue of racial equity on Long Island, and the need for support from more people like you. I hope you will indulge us. I hope you will be part of The Voice tonight. I see Paul Toner taking a picture perfect with his sign. Very good. Anybody need any assistance? We're all good. Thank you so, so much. Now I think I am supposed to turn the program over to, I'm sure it's Elaine. Is that not right? Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I told you I was going rogue. Now I turn it over to Christina Vargas. Thanks very much, everyone.